The X Factor conversation. You brought up the name that I think you're going to head towards, and that's the crease. But I ask you this, Rosie, who's the biggest X Factor for the Leafs, in your opinion, in this series?
I mean, as soon as we talked about this segment, my mind went straight to Ilya Samsonov. And, you know, I just, again, playing in this market and being part of the Maple Leafs and their history and whatnot, all I'm hearing is, do they have the goaltending? Do they have the goaltending? His numbers are better than Vasilevsky's. His save percentage is better. His goals against average is better. He's been standing on his head for 7 months now, playing so solid and so poised and giving the team a chance to win every single game. And he still gets the questions of, do they have the goaltending to do it? Well, he's not proven. Every goaltender who's ever been great, every Hall of Famer, every Stanley Cup champion, every Conn Smythe winner, and every Vezina recipient has started off young and unproven. And it's, what have you done for me lately? I don't give a shit about the COVID bubble where you're in a hotel room where you can't even go across the hallway to hang out with your buddy and you get an hour a day to walk around in the courtyard like a goddamn maximum security prison. I don't give a shit what he did during that time. I really don't. I care about what have you done for me lately over the last 82 games, and he has been solid. And I have tons of faith in him. His numbers are better than Vasilevsky, and he's constantly giving this team a chance to win. I think he could easily be the X factor in this series.
I'm going to go with the fact daddy Ryan O'Reilly, the 2019 Conn Smythe Trophy winner, because of his versatility, his pedigree, his track record, the resume. I'll give a shout out as well to Michael Bunting. But you look at what they brought in and the reason why they brought in Ryan O'Reilly to put this team over the top, to help in big moments, to play that matchup game, to play that shutdown type role. I just believe so much in the player. We even saw it late in the regular season, finishes up the regular season with 11 points and 4 goals in 13 games. I just think Ryan O'Reilly can be that guy who puts Toronto, a team like Toronto, not only over the top against Tampa, but in general, moving forward from a matchup point of view. I think it's going to create havoc and problems, Rosie, for the opposition.
Yeah, big time. I mean, just watching him, you notice him when he's on the ice all the time. You can tell when he's out there. You see him. He's effective in so many different ways, and he's just got a presence about him. And that's exactly what they did. They brought him in to bring them over the top. And we're talking here about the playoffs for how long, and we haven't even mentioned Austin Matthews or Mitch Marner or Nylander or Tavares, and we've been talking for quite a while here about these players and what they can bring to the team, and that just shows the depth that they have. And him being out there kind of frees up Matthews and doesn't, like last year we were just putting all the pressure on them saying score 2 goals for us tonight and win the game for us. And I mean, that's a lot to ask against these opponents in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And they don't have to have that pressure on them so much, and I think that will free them up to jump out and be the superstars that they are. They're just so deep and there's so many stars, and 100% you bring out Ryan O'Reilly and he just puts them over the top and really rounds out their forward core very nicely.
I mentioned the name Michael Bunting too. I think if you do remember, he was really, really banged up. He was nowhere close to healthy for that series against Tampa. And I think you look at the term X factor, I think it's written for a guy like Michael Bunting. Now, we've been talking ad nauseum the last little while about Bunting. How does he play his game to his benefit? How does he not cross that line? The officiating is going to be a big story in the series as well.
Yeah, if Bunting's going to be a factor, I want him to move his feet like crazy, be as physical as possible. Don't back down from anything when you get challenged, and stop fucking diving and laying on the ice and flipping on your back and doing barrel rolls on the ice. No, you're not fooling anybody, and you already have the reputation. So not only are you going to get the calls, but you're going to get the opposite benefit of the doubt where they're going to be watching for you to pull that shit. So stay on your feet, play tough, play as hard as you can, don't back down, hit everything, and just be so involved in the play that you're just consumed by it, and you are going to find those soft spots. Goals are going to get banged in off of you. You're going to find, seams and set up plays, and you're going to be so involved, and you're going to be a factor. Just don't get caught up in the bullshit of trying to draw penalties or any of that. Move your feet. That stuff will come. They're going to be all over you, and you'll be a factor this year.